So welcome to the Anniston Museums and Gardens. My name is Sarah Burke. I'm the assistant director, and I am here with Miss Ciara, and she has an interesting story to tell us. First, of who she is, and then we're going to talk about your involvement with the 41st Annual Black Heritage Festival.
Yes. Well, my name is Ciara Smith, and I am the council member for Ward 3, and I also serve as vice mayor for the city of Anniston, Alabama. I am an Anniston High School graduate of 2017, as well as a Spelman College graduate of 2020.
So obviously you have gone and done things pretty quickly, right? I mean, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're really happy to have you here and on board and supporting the city of Anniston.
Thank you.
One way that you're doing that right now is by being a judge for the 41st Annual Black Heritage Festival. And this is coordinated by Miss Georgia Calhoun.
Yes.
For 41 years. It was her baby, if you will. She created it and has nurtured it for this long. It has included so many different people throughout the community, throughout surrounding areas, and it's a joy to work with her, for one, and to hear her stories and how she's been connected to the museum throughout all these years. Do you have any stories at the museum or visiting us at all?
Yes. So I grew up here in Anniston, of course, and I went to Golden Springs Elementary School, and we actually had field trips where we would come here. I remember the big dinosaurs. We would always, over exaggerate and just have a great time when we were over here. But also, I was a part of I call them the oratorical competitions, which played a huge part in the way that I speak now, even publicly. But we would come here every year, have fun. We actually used to wear African attire and really dress up for the theme, and so it definitely played a big part in my childhood.
That's awesome. I love to hear the stories of those who were involved, and the fact that you were a child and you were in the competition and now you are a judge. That's awesome. I love to see that history in it. Obviously, you play a lot of different roles throughout the community, and public speaking seems to be a pretty important part, especially when you're on the council.
Yeah.
So, did you have any hesitations or concerns or worry about public speaking, or did this festival really, develop good roots for you, or how do you feel about public speaking?
I think there's always going to be a bit of nervousness anytime that you have to get up in front of so many people and speak on something, and by memory. So I think the nervousness was so normal, but it really laid the foundation for the way that I speak now, with being articulate, with knowing how to be confident, how to command a stage, how to make people feel my presence, and so it really laid that foundation for me. And I remember I was 6 years old. I got my first trophy ever from this particular Heritage Festival, and it boosted the way my confidence level in so many ways that I can't even explain. And that was probably a turning moment for me, because people noticed me, people acknowledged the talent and the gift that I had, and so I think that cultivated, again, I say my confidence, but more specifically, my gift.
That's beautiful. And honestly, being on the staff and helping Georgia with this event, we see that. We see, because the festival is for pre-K through grade 12,
yes,
and we see these little pre-K get in line, and we have them in order, and they're just a bundle of nerves, and they're all jittery, and they're jumping up and down, and they're like, I just have to say it, and they're saying it on repeat, and children of all ages, they work so hard for this event, and it's so wonderful to see them get out there and get on the stage, and they're stomping, and they're projecting, and they're using their hands, and it's a joy. It is a true joy to see it. And we're so thankful for Miss Georgia for creating this event. It's wonderful, and it's a great way to bring the community together. If you had a child, or if you had a sibling, or just a student that you were trying to mentor for this specific event, is there any advice you would give someone?
I would say be you. And I think that's the best thing. It essentially is a competition, but it's something that is used to help you grow. And I think it's so important that if you're just you, that makes all the difference. And to not be so consumed with being judged. Like I don't think that's necessarily the point of this festival, but it's really to highlight the talent that we have in the young people in this community, and I think that's so important. So just be you. It's okay to be nervous. That's so normal. I get nervous. I've been doing this my whole life. I mean, it's only 22 years, but I've been doing this forever, and there's never a moment where I'm not nervous, and it's good to have nerves, because when you're just not nervous, I mean, sometimes anything can happen. So I just think that just be you, be different, and at the end of the day, you know, this is going to be just a step in the journey to becoming more.
Absolutely, yeah. It's something you can put on your resume. It's character building. It's development of skills you didn't even know you needed. You know, I mean, especially when you're little and you're just presenting. You know, you've been working hard and you're just gonna do it. Let's take a step back and thinking about this event now that you're a judge. So this year, obviously, it's different. We had to change. I mean, we're 6 feet apart. We had to change some things up in order to make sure that all of our community members can stay safe. And to do that, we changed it from our typical big event where 500 people come together to celebrate to a virtual oration competition, right? And we're asking our students from February 1st through February 16th to submit their videos. They're going to record their oration and send it to us. They could also, so they could send it a few different ways. They can do it through the Anniston Museum of Natural History's Facebook page, the messenger, I should say. They can send it to our Google Classroom, or they can actually call and schedule a time to come to the museum and have it recorded here. So we wanted to give a few different variations there. And the idea is, you know, the videos have to be 3 minutes or less, and that's for uploading reasons. It can get difficult when it's longer, and especially changing platforms. But we wanted them to still have that, you know, they have to memorize it, they have to present it, they have to think about, okay, where are my shoulders, how's my stance, am I using my hands, you know, how much passion do I need behind this word, you know, all those little details. And the more I think about it, especially for those students who have done it for several years, you know, maybe you're a senior in high school, or you've done it for 5 years now, or weren't your first one, there's a different set of nerves, because now you're recording yourself, and you're going to see yourself, and you determine, okay, yep, this is the one I'm going to send. How would you feel if this was the year you had to participate and you had to record yourself to do it?
I would be, like you said, it's a different set of nerves. I would be extremely nervous, but I would take advantage of it, because you have an opportunity to do your absolute best, and you can delete it if you don't like it. So I would just say, you know, take advantage of this opportunity. You get to redo it however many times you want. It's not one of those things where you go in front of them and that's it. You can't change anything. You can't, you know. So I do see a positive to this. You know, I do see this as something that could be used to their advantage. But again, like you said, it's a different set of nerves. Like I said before, just be you. And you have that opportunity to redo it if you don't like it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you again. We're going to have our judges will come together on Saturday, February 20th. We'll have all of our videos combined and organized for you and Mrs. George at Calhoun and our other judges to review them all and select our first, second, and third place for all of our categories. We'll announce it on Facebook Live, and we will celebrate together virtually. So
I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Bye, guys.